No
here
burnt
from
oranges.
IRONROOT Chef. Hello and welcome to coverage of the Magic Online Community Cup. We're in Renton, Washington, and it's time for IRONROOT Chef Challenge. I'm Marshall Sutcliffe in the booth with Brian David Marshall, and we've got our appetizer here.
Burnt orange.
Burnt orange. Now, both of these decks were given the secret ingredient coming in of Avarice
Amulet.
Right, which is an artifact that you can actually see up in Mike Turian's hand. Where again, we've got Mike Turian versus Gabriele, a.k.a. the Doc.
Oh, the Opulence Palace, of course. Oh, Temple of Abandon.
And you can see that we've listed the chef, the builder of each deck here.
Right.
Chef Ryan Spain has prepared a little ensemble here for Mike Turian. Hey, I've got a deck list here in front of me, BDM. Do you want to take a little gander at those?
I do.
And then on the bottom, Megan Wolf is the designer, the chef for Gabe's deck. Now, these decks the instructions were to design the deck around the card Avarice Amulet. So you kind of have your own free will to do what you want with it. Now, what does Avarice Amulet actually do for people that don't remember?
So it's a 4-mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has vigilance. And at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card.
Now, I like where you're going with that.
When equipped creature dies, target opponent gains control of Avarice Amulet.
You just have to give it to them.
No,
that's
equipped too.
I can't do this.
That on our list also.
I can't give away my cards. I mean, if I'm going to cast them, they have to be mine. By the way, this was one of the community designed, the guest game designer game cards. This one was by Penny Arcade.
Right.
Yeah. From Magic 2015.
Well, we got our first Avarice Amulet on the stack.
And there's a Jessian Thief. Now, you were saying that, your kind of idea for the deck, the things that it evokes in you are greed, stealing, taking, coveting, right?
Yeah.
And so it looks like both of them have gone somewhat down this road. I see a Dragon Lord Silumgar in hand for Doc. Well, that guy steals things.
Both players have Dragon Lord Silumgar.
Okay. And looking at the top, let's see what Ryan Spain came up with for Turian's side of it.
Interestingly, both players seem to end up in very, very similar places. I see King Makar, the Gold Cursed, in both decks.
Okay, I like that.
Goldforged Sentinel. Oh, Goldforged Sentinel is a nice touch in Doc's deck. Hoarding Dragon. But both players seem to have gone. Well, Mike Turian's gone Sultai, and Megan has gone in a more Grixis direction. I guess actually she's gone 4-color here.
Yeah, it does look like
greedy, which is greedy, which I think a greedy mana base.
Wait, that's funny.
I think a greedy mana base is really exciting for the Avarice Amulet.
Now here's a Zathrid Slyblade. What do you make of the Slyblade here?
I mean, now that feels like it's hexproof. That's why it's there.
Because it can pick up an equipment.
Because it can pick up the equipment, and you can't lose your amulet.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay.
The trade. Let's find out.
As you put on your judge hat.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, obviously, from a deck design perspective, you want to have hexproof creatures with Avarice Amulet.
By the way, here comes Dragon Lord Silumgar. That is about to go on the stack here for Doc, and it's kind of all he has at the moment. He's got a pair of Heroes Downfall, but he's going to steal this Jessian Thief here and put himself in the driver's seat. Now, is there a glint? I see a glint in hand, but no mana for it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What happened to the Slyblade? You got countered?
I don't know. Let me take a look in the graveyard here. There's just a Bloodstained Mire down there. Maybe it traded?
I guess it just traded, yeah. Oh, it traded with the Unicorn. See, I do like the Dragon Lord here.
You like the Dragon Lord. What about Daring Thief?
I like Daring Thief.
Okay.
Yeah, I like thieving, stealing.
Daring Thief?
Whirler Rogue.
When it becomes untapped, I can exchange.
It's kind of sneaky, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not as excited. So just looking.
It's here.
Quickling. It's interesting. I'm not sure I'm feeling a theme necessarily for either of these as clearly. Bathe in Dragonfire? How does that work with Avarice Amulet?
Bathe in Dragonfire.
3 copies here in the
I mean, is our
community
palette
deck.
just not sophisticated enough to understand what's happening here?
No, I don't know.
Villainous Wealth. Now we like that.
Yeah, Villainous Wealth. I'm all over that.
By the way,
I'm
why
going to
is it
steal your Avarice Amulets with Villainous Wealth. That seems like I think if you get to control all the Avarice Amulets.
Oh, then you should get like some type of bonus
you get
points?
get super points. Yeah, you want them all.
Now that is interesting, though, when we look at some of the choices that Ryan made at the top, because he knew he would be facing down
An Avarice Amulet.
the mirror match,
Yeah.
an Avarice Amulet deck, and he's got Glint and Quickling and things that can protect his equipped creatures so that it can't be stolen from him. That's kind of interesting to me.
Mike Turian attacks with his Daring Thief.
Snap blocked by Gabe.
Yeah. Just saves his Daring, but he really wants his Daring Thief to untap, right? It has Inspire,
Uh-huh.
right?
Well, so he's
Yeah,
basically
like,
traded his Glint for that opportunity.
I don't want to give him vigilance.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
It's a little bit of a number.
Whirler
It
Rogue
kind
is
of a
also a
number.
card he
It
could
is kind of
play
a
there
number.
to
It's a
get
number.
his Daring Thief in for some damage
Oh, well.
and tap it. Maybe a better option.
Post-combat,
I think we're going to
should
see that
have
come online right now.
Right.
Oh,
No,
there's a
right?
Whirler
Yeah, I
Rogue.
should
He
have
could have done it. He could have
blockable.
tapped the Avarice Amulet, one of the
What's the
Thopters, to give his Daring Thief unblockable.
That? No, his rogue.
Attack that way he doesn't have to use his Glint, and he can keep that up now.
You know,
And he's
Mike
an
likes to
artificer.
just attack in and see if you're going to block.
Yeah, I think he might have missed it there.
I'd like to draw a card.
3 heroes down. Now I'm
There's
not,
the Bathe.
I'm just not seeing heroes
could
downfalls
definitely
and Bathe and Dragonfires as flavorful ingredients here
No,
from the
not at
community
all.
team.
I was
No.
Like what?
Adopters.
What is their
No
flavor
problem.
here?
No problem.
Removing
I
things
mean, it
so
may
I
have
can
been a
steal your
mistake,
Avarice
but
Amulet?
No problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you, it maybe the idea is that you take a big picture view
Oh, it
on
cost me.
what the deck's trying to do. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I'm trying BDM, but
I'm not buying
it's not
this
really
at all.
sticking when
Wow.
I'm selling here.
And Mike gets punished for his glint there.
Oh, he sure did. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
was a mistake. He should have played the Whirler Rogue, tapped a Thopter, tapped the Amulet, attacked, and kept Glint available. That gets his guy tapped and lets him have protection as well. And he didn't do that. Instead, he ran it in and turned his Glint into, I get to, oh. Hi, Mike Turian. Does this have you become a Hall of Famer? Draw Dragon Lord
But
Silumgar.
again, you really want...
There's a lever behind you.
Uh-oh. What are you smiling about, Doc? You're not going to be happy
Well, he
with the
knew-
way this turns
yeah,
out.
well, he's got 3 heroes downfalls. I'd be smiling, too.
Fair enough.
How does this work?
Yeah, Doc is in a
pick your guy.
commanding position here. Oh, he's
this-
going to steal the
Yeah,
other
he gets
one.
to steal 2 creatures
So
here.
he needs to kill this with the trigger on the stack here, right?
I actually have an actual
Because if he takes it,
about how this works.
then Turian gets to sacrifice Doc's copy,
So
right?
let's just hypothetically say that he knows.
Oh, yes.
So he needs to kill it before that actually happens.
Right, because they're legendary.
Now, if he does, it'll just go immediately back,
So,
right?
Thank you.
So he'll just basically
It
emerge
it won't
unscathed
even,
from
it won't
this.
even change if,
It won't
both
even change
targets
hands at all.
aren't. Yeah, if both targets aren't legal.
Sure. All right, so this guy dies.
Yep.
Sweet.
And Doc with a nod of approval. And he's got backups for his
Heroes downfall.
backups here as well.
I'm seeing a case being made for Heroes Downfall.
I'll do this
for,
one away.
you
No
know,
problem.
If you're greedy, you get punished and you have your, you know.
Oh.
But Bathe in Dragonfire remains a question mark. Remains a chocolate chip in our savory risotto.
What'd you got?
Second amulet
Second
now
one. All right.
for the Doc. Oh, I like Cathafed.
Wow, all in.
Cathafed.
Kothafed, yeah, this is actually pretty sweet too. Doc has
definitely
2
all in.
Avarice Amulet on both, one creature each. I don't know if this is how it rates on the flavor scale, but this is pretty great. And Mike has been setting up for this Villainous Wealth for a while, and he's going to have to fire it off here for 5. He would have much preferred waiting till 6, but yeah, he just doesn't have any time.
So he's going to get to look at the top 5 cards. Basically, cast Genesis Wave for 5, except on Doc's deck.
What'd you get? King Makar,
So
Demonic
it doesn't
Pact,
count lands.
Tormented Era. Okay.
Ooh, he's hit, though.
You got it.
Look at this.
Wow.
You got King Makar the Gold Curse, a Demonic Pact in there. Is it enough, though? Like, he may be forced to chump block here if... in fact, he's just going to lose, right? Doc gets to just go Heroes Downfall,
I don't think
kill
that's
you.
going to be enough.
I don't think it
As the Jessian Thief. He drew his 4th Heroes Downfall.
Going to bathe that. Yeah,
I'll
this
give you
is
this one.
this is game. Doc wins.
Doc wins game 1 pretty handily there.
Let's take a look at what these guys have sideboard-wise.
So you know what the chat thinks about the Bathe in Dragonfire?
What's that?
So when you go to steal from a dragon,
Sure.
that's the
Okay.
result.
Okay. I can see
It's
that.
a stretch, right? But I like that they came up with, because we were just
Well,
blanks
again,
on it, right?
they're going to tell their story, right? So they're you know, if they believe that the dragon is what's going on here with the Avarice Amulet, then that's a fine story to tell.
Is it? I like that they found something. You know, our chat's smart, but that's a tough sell to the judges.
Let's take a look at some of the cards Mike has in his sideboard. I like that Mike has like these defensive cards in his sideboard. Sentinel of the Eternal Watch.
Sentinel of the Eternal Watch.
Yeah, just in his sideboard. Like I need to protect. It's gonna bring it in out of the sideboard. Seems extra flavorful.
I don't get it.
Just like he's protecting his stuff from being stolen. Like
Oh.
he's protecting
okay.
himself from assault.
So
Yeah.
we've made it a two-way street. It's
Yeah,
not just about you trying to steal or
Yeah.
thief from somebody else. It's about keeping your own stuff.
You know, much more Gabrielli, Tormented Thoughts, Self-Inflicted Wound, Reeve's Soul, Eternal Thirst, and Defeat are his sideboard cards.
Hopefully you won't get
Bigger
those.
sideboard
Hopefully you
for the
know
Ryan Spain cooked deck. 1 Mountain, 1 Eagle of the Watch, 1 Sentinel of the Eternal Watch, 1 Sultai Emissary, Sultai Scavenger, Timoret, Whirler Rogue, a Zathrid Slyblade, Briber's Purse, another Guild, Murderous Cut, Shifting Loyalty, Sultai Banner, Sultai Charm, and another Villainous Wealth in the
You know,
sideboard.
That is funny. One person is this is actually really interesting. Toth7 from the chat points out. So if you've seen the original, so the Avarice Amulet's based on, we're underway here, but the Avarice Amulet is based on a comic from Penny Arcade about a Pac-Man watch, like the kind you put on your wrist.
Yeah.
So he's thinking Sentinel of the Eternal Watch.
Oh.
Little play on words.
And
there.
Graham knows those guys pretty well, and he's one of the judges. He might
Oh.
he might see that connection. There might be a little nod to Graham there.
Now, Avaricious Dragon, obviously,
I don't know.
Right.
it has the same board in it, right?
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
Ryan's been
Traveler's
laughing
Amulet's a
answers,
stretch
just
for me.
not
I just think that's a
I
little
was feeling
corny.
it's a little on the nose.
Still a little corny, right?
I mean, I was even thinking Avaricious Dragon's a little on the nose. But
It is a little bit, but I kind of like it because at least it is what the deck is trying
and
to
they
be.
followed it out, right? So the Bathe in Dragonfire, you know, trying to protect their treasure. I've become more on board as I'm seeing more of the deck here.
What about Tassiger the Golden Fang?
Megan
I mean,
was
it's pretty
very
greedy.
into it.
He looks greedy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, he has zombies serve him bananas out of their skull. That's kind of greedy. Couldn't just put him in a bowl.
Ooh, Liliana, heretical healer. Not quite sure where that fits in.
I'm not. You know, when you have to think this hard,
Yeah.
or if the references go that deep, it's not on us anymore, BDM.
Here's a Sultai charm. Gets rid of
Liliana.
Liliana there.
Yeah, it's both a charm and Sultai.
In comes the Sultai
The Sultai
emissary.
love gold, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
they're-
right.
People
they're
like
about it.
Silumgar
I
plus
think that's
Tassiger in the chat,
Especially,
but I don't. I like it. I think that's kind of
Especially
cool,
our
but I
friends.
don't,
Right.
don't really see the connection with the Avarice Amulet.
The Makar, Gold King.
Right, well, Silumgar is wearing
No, I know.
Tassiger as a
Like
as an amulet.
Yeah.
I guess Tassiger becomes an amulet
He does.
after he's dead.
I can't argue that. I mean, hopefully he doesn't know that yet.
No. He's worried about it, though. You can see he's a little stressed. He's
We're
like,
going
oh,
to see
boy.
Guild here now as well.
Goodbye. Turned
Wow,
into
so
Guild.
Mike Turian really out to a start here by removing all of the threats from Doc. The downside here, he's attacking with a 1-1.
Yeah, well,
He's not exactly backing it up with a lot of beef, you know.
right, Sultai Lava.
he is looking to get to
Damn,
that,
the Sultai Emissary
that
can...
villainous wealth online. So first amulet seeing play here of this game two
Yes, indeed.
comes down from Gabe.
Do you think Liliana's greedy? The chat says she's very greedy.
I mean, she's.
I thought she was just more like reckless with medicine.
I think a little more narcissistic than greedy.
Yeah, bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom.
Maybe. I don't know. She could be greedy.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Tick-tock, building up towards the villainous wealth.
yeah, and it looks like Turian's, protecting that gold piece. He
Oh,
wants
yeah.
to use that for the villainous wealth. He could have equipped the amulet this turn instead of drawing extra cards. And equipping it to a Sultai Emissary is actually really nice because it's just not a target you want to actually kill. Ooh, here's
is
Kothafed.
I like Kothafed. So right now Mike is in a position where he can villainous wealth for 5 next turn.
Bottom.
And if he hits an untapped land, it make it 6 or what?
If he hits an untapped land, it would be 6. Yeah.
That's kind of the sweet spot, I think. I mean, we saw Dragonlord Silumgar in his deck. I'm sure he'd love to be able to just steal a Kothafed from the dock and even up this match.
I like Custodian of the Trove. It's a nice little touch.
It's protecting the treasure.
Yeah.
I like that too. See, that I like.
Oh, look at this. And now, Avaricious Dragon. Now this is like, I don't need these cards.
Well, I'll tell you what. Mike Turian's going to need to hit a real nice villainous wealth to get out of this because he's now facing a ton of power and toughness in the air.
I mean, it's not unreasonable that he could hit 2 Heroes Downfalls.
I mean, does he have them? Turian?
No, but Gabe has them. Off the villainous
Oh,
wealth.
yeah, of course. We saw 4, right?
Yeah, it's
Oh, you're totally right.
Yes.
Wow. Palace.
Here we go. Villainous Vault for
A
5.
little wealthy.
Here we go.
Getting wealthy.
5 cards enter the exile zone. What did he hit?
Sweet. What is that? Destroy target creature with power 3 less. Probably not. What's this? You need each upkeep. Each opponent
I see that Turian's talking to somebody there.
draws a card.
He's just him. He hit Guild to take down Kothafed.
It's 1, 2.
He hit another Guild
Oh my gosh.
It doesn't die
to take down the dragon. Is this good?
Huh? I do not get your Avarice Amulet. It is true.
I think he would be happy if that's all he hit, but I am curious to see if he hit anything
Oh,
else.
he only.
I don't want Oh my god.
He also hit Master of the Feast and Reef
Yeah, we'll
Soul.
see if he plays them. Well, they'll pop up for us here.
Yes.
Reef Soul doesn't have a reasonable target, but
You might target your own Sultai Emissary to upgrade.
Do you get a card from that? That's true.
You stacked it the
I,
other
don't know,
day.
I was just, I like the Sultai Emissary with the amulet just from a gameplay perspective. Just because you equip it up and they don't really want to kill your emissary anyway, so at least you get a little something back.
Just hitting.
If you hit cancel, then that casts the spells.
Is Mike deciding if he wants to have a Master of
Right, I
Feast?
should've seconded it.
Looks like he's declined it.
Bam.
Yeah, yeah. See, it's still in the exile zone. You guys can take a look at it here. He doesn't want to feed his opponent a bunch of cards.
Yeah. That seems not unreasonable.
Sorry, I see that it was cut off there, but it does say at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent draws a card. So,
Well, there's Palace Siege. He chose dragons.
so down we go.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
basically drain for 2. It's a 6-turn clock for Mike Turian.
And he does not have the tools to close this game out
That-
quickly at the moment. You know what he needs? Another Villainous Wealth. Now he's got 2 extra gold pieces floating around there.
Well,
All right, well, now this is interesting. He gets to start beating down. He's going to need help, though, because the Palace Siege is going to pretty easily erase the Sultai Emissary
well,
here.
if he can he get his Daring Thief to
To flip?
can he steal?
Can he inspired something away?
He needs an enchantment of his own.
Bottom.
No,
Bottom.
yeah, so target non-land permanent you control that targets permanent. So that's a tough one. There's no
like the thinking.
creatures. He can
Top.
swap a gold piece for another
I like
Avarice Amulet.
Like
I had to
it's
think
top,
for a
but
second.
it's
I don't know if that's enough.
Good, but I know it's good
barely
enough.
barely on the top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to
Better,
find an enchantment here.
slightly
Right.
different
I mean, if he wants to get the Palace Siege.
Well, the card he kind of needs to get, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, he may have other plans here, too. I mean, he does have an active Avarice Amulet going.
Right.
Like, he's drawing 2 cards a turn right now, and his opponent is not. He's got him down to 6 here, and he's going to get to play another creature here in the form of Jessian Thief. Can he outrace a Palace Siege?
No one has ever outraced
That's
a Palace
never-
Siege in
I've
the
never
history of
seen it.
Magic.
I mean, Avarice Amulet's doing work here.
So 8 apiece.
Oh, no. Perilous Vault off the top for Gabe.
Well,
He is 1 mana short of activating it this turn, but even if he does, that solves the Palace Siege problem for Turian.
yeah.
So can Mike kill him this turn?
Well, Mike can also just steal the Perilous
You know
Vault.
what he needs? He needs another Avarice Amulet. Yeah, you're right. He could just steal it, too.
Alright, so if
This
I
is
can
soup.
use
This
my
game's actually
Avarice
gotten
Amulet-
really interesting. I think he just sends him a gold piece.
Sounds like
though.
Mike's like, do I steal this Perilous Vault?
I mean, he doesn't know what he's drawing, but like, for example, if he draws an Avarice Amulet, he plays it, it triggers Jessian Thief, he equips it, that becomes 4, 3, and 2. He kills him.
Right, you're on 8.
I'm on 8.
Like, he could just kill him this turn. But if he doesn't, and he lets him have the Perilous Vault, then he's going to be stuck restarting everything all, from scratch.
Oh no.
Did he steal his opponent's Avarice Amulet?
Oh.
He did.
That also works.
Does
Oh,
it?
so
3,
terrible.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that totally works. GG.
Right.
Wow. Turian.
I need to give you Mavericks.
Flexing that brain muscle, huh?
Right, whatever.
Oh, did he? Oh, did he have? He had a guild token.
Oh, did he give him the gold for it?
I guess he did. Yes, and then he popped the vault. But Mike gets to Villainous Wealth here for 5.
Okay, I should.
All right, I guess he'll take it. That was a very weird sequence. Did he give him the gold piece he needed to crack it? Because I only counted 4 lands
Yeah,
for
I
Doc.
should have
Yeah.
given him my.
But
my
doesn't
Avarice
the
thing.
swap happen simultaneously? You don't get the mana, right?
So I
There's no way that-
I
that
think
Mike
if I
Turian
hadn't
cracked
cracked
it.
right away,
Yeah.
I might have gotten value.
What
because
I think they're
Exile
talking to
the-
each other right
well,
now.
but you wouldn't have villainous wealth.
Right. Well, I should have just swapped my.
It's just great. So what did
I
he
was like,
hit?
what does it matter? I was like, oh.
Doesn't
right,
look like
so-
he hit anything. Take a
He
look at
hit.
it.
He hit an Avarice Amulet.
Take a look. Oh yeah,
That's the only card he hit.
Let's take a look at the exile card. Let's see, just see what he.
Well, sure. If you insist. Yeah, he just bricked.
There's King Makar.
That has Defender.
Still feeling okay, but
There's a Hoarding Dragon.
Wow, that's a good top deck there for the dock.
What is he gonna get? Oh, you got a Goldforge Sentinel.
More beats in the air.
Yeah. It's like if you deal with this, you still have to deal with that.
It's another 4/4 flyer. It basically replaces itself.
sorry for.
It's all good.
Now, Mike's still drawing extra cards off of that
What are we waiting for?
amulet.
I'm
Yeah.
deciding whether I want to equip this amulet or not.
And it looks like Doc is trying to decide if he wants to equip his own amulet,
that'd be-
knowing that Mike still has that one
amulet's
card
so
left.
good.
And look at Mike just gleefully.
I think I got to I think I got to get greedy,
He's gonna do it.
He's going to go for it.
especially because that guardian has.
The thing is, it says when the creature dies, and that's not actually what's going to happen
Oh, okay.
because Guild exiles.
Oh, look at what Mike drew.
Although it is interesting, like, does the Hoarding Dragon have to die to get the other piece? Yeah, it does. So
Okay.
even though he won't get the amulet, he does take care of it, and that leaves the Goldforge Sentinel in exile as well.
Mike also had drew Rogue's Passage that turn to sort of be able to
Goldforge Sentinel
sneak
died.
some damage through
Yeah,
if he had needed
only
to.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also gets King Makar inspired.
Need some top deck here.
Good point. All right, double Avarice Amulet, and once again, the Doc finds himself top decking. It worked out somehow last time with that weird swap, but now there's a Custodian of the Trove with all of the world. Oh,
Oh, okay.
what do you do here? I guess you just have to take out King Makar.
You let your opponent draw 3 cards this
I
turn?
mean, if you take out the other guy, then you're dead in a couple of turns to King Makar anyway. I don't like either choice. This is what we call a dilemma.
Okay.
Although I guess if your opponent's trying
Yeah, he's a
Briber's
flavor
Purse and
ring, he
Rogue's
is.
Gloves, you're not as sad about it.
He's all in.
What do you think about Briber's Purse from flavor perspective?
I like it.
That's cool, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
What is Briber's Purse? It enters with X.
Nope, no, it's not what you
Counters
Gem
and,
count.
yeah, and then you can here I can bring it up after he plays it, but you can use it to tap down a creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh.
No.
11 counters on the.
Target creature can't attack or block
Okay.
this turn.
Doesn't
Very
quite tap
scary.
it. But
No,
yeah.
but
It would be pretty sweet in Mike's deck with the ability to tap his own inspired creatures.
oh, if it tapped,
If it tapped,
yeah,
yeah.
that would be. Wow, another Hoarding Dragon off the top for Gabe. I mean, if his opponent wasn't drawing 3 cards a turn and had a Briber's Purse on 11, that would look really good.
I exiled Briber's Purse.
Now, the problem here, of course, is that Turian still hasn't found a way to actually win the game because the Custodian has Defender, even though it's a 6/5.
Despite hoarding
Oh,
dragons,
this
he
is a
can
weird
draw
game.
dying
Did Daco get a Briber's Purse of his own? Is that what he put under the dragon?
That is true.
Ooh, there's a Murderous
sorry, what,
cut.
you got a
Zap,
I got
okay,
a
now he
Briber's
found
Purse
some
today.
action.
Hoarding dragon dies, I get a Briber's Purse.
All right.
Yeah, he did.
Hello.
Probably the only thing he has left. All right, so now it looks good for Turian. You see Ali Medwin there kind of helping him out a little bit, but now he's got Whirler, Rogue, Zathrid,
These are good
Slyblade.
calls. Good
The Murderous Cut probably isn't going to be used here. He's just going to use the Purse to keep the Hoarding Dragon from being able to attack.
You definitely see magic card. There were magic cards in play here. I didn't see play in limited.
True. Bathe in Dragonfire
Wow.
and a Hero's Downfall, so double removal spell for Doc. And I can't believe we've actually gotten a real game out of these decks. This has been great.
Well, I can't believe the Custodian of the Grove is going to get Heroes Downfall.
Yeah, it might. I don't know. The Whirler
actually,
Rogue
maybe
is,
not.
is a priority here. Like he's got to kill that. He can tap the gold coin and any number of the Avarice Amulets to start giving things unblockable. That guy can't block. Or sorry, that guy can't attack, I meant to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's time to start bathing things. I think the Whirler Rogue is your main target. You can't hit the Slide Blade. It may be correct to just nail the
That's what you got.
nail a Thopter at some point here.
Yeah.
But he's
You
going to...
got to get the Whirler Rogue out of the way.
That's got to go.
There's enough artifacts in play, and
Yeah, and I guess you just downfall the Custodian here. I mean, it works. Like, he gets all the amulets on his side. It busts up the card draw engine. It works. I don't know, VDM. I've never seen these cards in play. It does the trick. Those top decks were sick for Doc.
yeah.
2 burns or 2 removal spells off the top.
So he gets some amulets back.
Oh, he even have enough mana to equip one of them. Never mind, to equip both of them. He had a gold coin there, too. Look at this.
But you know what? It might be time to murder his cut.
Oh, no. Look at Doc just laugh. He can't do anything else. He's just like, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, the slow roll is upon us.
Yeah, you have to. Look at this. And
Now,
then he's gonna
all
be able
the
to
amulets go back.
and he's going to be able to stack all those amulets on a Slide Blade, which has hexproof.
Is that game?
I want to time
That's game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hexproof Slide Blade against the tapped out Doc means that's GG. And we're going to get a game 3.
Yo.
This has been one hell of an appetizer, BDM.
Yeah. Not quite sure where Murderous Cut fits into the dish.
Murderous. Fits for me.
Yeah. 7 Deadly Sins.
I don't know. Maybe that was it. Just
He didn't.
I just
He
considered
didn't.
it has the feel to me of like if you're coveting,
Someone's going to murder you.
sometimes you kill.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
willing.
for
You're
what you
willing
want.
to. You're willing to murder for your
Yeah.
for your treasure.
So
Yeah.
What are the
Sure.
sideboard options here?
I mean, I'm not.
Wow. Look at this. Look at this. 4 heads to take down
Oh, jeez.
1 Pro Tour champion here.
See a Maria Jimmy Wong's in there. See a Yoel Larson. Can tell just because of the leather jacket.
But I think it might be good.
Let's hear what they're talking about.
Just don't want to throw this guy in there.
I mean, I took it out. I took it out. Yeah, it's over 60 card deck because that's greedy.
Okay, okay. Yeah, oh, yeah.
That's genius.
All right.
Let's do this. Do this. We got to take a couple things out so that we can have better land balance.
I'll take the press out. Unless you really think you need it.
I mean, it's very good against like whatever he puts on a bunch of amulets on.
Yeah.
But I think, and it's also like it's a good thing to get with the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Meanwhile, Mike has submitted.
Maybe lose this.
You could also just get rid of all the bread and keep your mana there.
No. It's not.
No.
It's not about that. It's about
Does he
playing the
look worried to
dragons.
you?
Okay.
Yeah, we got to tell the story.
Is that the look of a worried man?
It is not.
Lose.
That's even better.
Doc, that mic is on, I swear.
Oh, got it.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. How's it going?
Huh? Bring it.
Yeah, I can take that out. I'll take that
I'd
out.
recommend taking out all of your
That is
amulets so you
live.
get disqualified.
This?
That'd be my recommendation.
If you pour out your amulets, does that affect your score?
Yeah.
How about your deck?
That's against the rules.
All right.
There's a reason we were just like
Main
amulets.
deck
amulets.
is 64.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks.
You feel to stand wealthy.
No, well, the sideboard numbers are part of the story, but the
All right, no more.
main deck numbers
This
are
game,
not.
no misplays. Last game, misplays. First game, misplays.
You gotta sucker him in.
Yeah, I lured him in.
You hear Mike talking about misplays.
Turn 2 no matter what, right?
Yep.
And you have a.
I enjoy your RP that goes along with your prequel.
You beat Pro Tour champion like.
All right, so let's get back into this one. You heard that. Mike said no more misplays this game. I still got to ask how that interaction went with popping the vault.
Yeah, I think that must be what he's talking
Yeah,
about.
I
as far
just
as the
didn't get it.
misplay.
Yeah, I normally, occasionally I'll miss something and figure it out a minute later. I still haven't figured out what actually happened there.
The full greed keep.
Top of bottom.
Hold on.
Yeah, well, we've been telling each other because we don't
So
have the
both
chat.
players open on Temple of Deceit.
Now, I want to mention again, for those of you just joining us, this is IRONROOT Chef Challenge. So these decks are made around a secret ingredient. That's, of course, a card. In this case, it was Avarice Amulet. And they're playing out a match here. And this match is going to be worth 3 points for whichever team wins it, the community team or the Wizards team. But there's a much bigger picture at play that we're looking forward to a little bit later, which is that these decks will be judged by a panel of 3 judges. and they're going to be judged based on flavor considerations. And while you can win 3 points for winning a match here, you can get 15 total points from the judges, 5 from each if you max out on points there. So while these decks are actually playing out in a very cool way for us, which I frankly didn't expect, they weren't built to be lean and mean and you know, trying to win matches. They're built to impress judges. So it's kind of interesting to see how they play out here.
Go this way because no, they're both
Reeves Soul.
Yeah. I'll buy the Bathing Dragonfire. I've been turned around on that one.
Wow. You know you're so easily sold.
Like if you're setting up the story of the avaricious dragon.
Batty. The beatdown returns.
Okay. Graham checked in. That makes sense. So he didn't trade it for the vault. He traded a guild thing, a guild token. You know, the gold
for the Avarice
yeah,
Amulet.
They gave him 5 mana.
And that gave him the 5th mana. Yeah, that was the mistake.
So that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
2 gold.
Flavor win.
Flavorful.
So King
He
Makar was
traded
gilded,
this.
fittingly.
That is ironic. He's supposed to be the one gilding things. That is a flavor win, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because doesn't he ultimately end up gilding himself?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, historically speaking.
Stop gilding yourself.
Yeah.
How do we feel about shifting loyalties as a card?
I like it.
These things have been beating me down the last 2 games pretty badly.
So King Makar of his own here for Mike
One of my
Turian.
own.
That could either get bathed in Dragonfire or Reeve sold. Or stolen with Dragon Lord Silumgar. He's just going to Reeve sold. Doesn't want to wait till next turn to cast the dragon. Maybe there'll be something better.
Sultai Soothsayer?
Yeah, Soothsayer. You know,
I mean, I
Soothsayer.
love that card.
I
Like,
do too.
like it's gonna be hard to get BDM and I to say something bad about that card. But what?
I predict someone will try to steal your treasure. Thanks, Soothsayer.
Soothsaying is like predicting things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's what it means. Like
Yeah.
read my palm or whatever. No.
Forbidden alchemy.
Maybe they just took the theme a little more broad, like to the Sultai clan in general.
Yeah.
The Brood.
Glint blooted out the.
Oh,
no,
maybe
they're
telling
at the
a
top.
story.
They're at the top.
Scavenger.
Sultai Scavenger, Temple of Deceit,
Got it.
and Glint. I don't know. They organize weirdly.
Yeah.
What is it?
All right, Goldforge Sentinel is the play here. Limited role player, Goldforge Sentinel.
But it's literally formed from
I
treasure,
don't think
Yeah.
you can see my scribes because they were very surprised when I drew.
shiny objects, right?
Oh, nice, nice.
Is it going to be enough to get the job done? Also, Mike Turian, pick up the pace, buddy. 4 minutes left on your clock. Look at Gabe.
Oh my gosh.
He's got 12 minutes. Gabe just crossed the halfway point on his clock.
Wow.
Why Turian's under 4 minutes?
Is that a briber's purse with no counters on it?
All those villainous wealth decisions added up.
He's storming out.
Shifting loyalties.
Oh, you can have a
There.
briber's purse
Have
for
an
0.
Empty briber's purse. I'll take your Goldforge Sentinel. Uh-oh.
Oh, I
Even though
like
this
it.
deck wasn't built for it, Mike Turian is beating down. He will find a way.
And we just, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Does Dragon Lord Silumgar need to steal back his own Goldforge Sentinel? He doesn't want anything else.
Yes. It's also untapped, which means it can block next turn while the others can't. Oh, that was
Thought
a
about waiting,
huge
but I was
play
like,
for the dock.
You cast the dragon last turn.
And now all of a sudden it's on
Oh, and he's
Turian to
going to be
find a
able
way
to
to deal
equip
with
the
it.
amulet.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to kill this, so maybe we.
He's like, should I equip the amulet? I can.
Yeah. No, but this has death touch, so.
Yeah.
So this allows this to kill the soul.
He
thing.
does.
Yeah, that's better, I think.
Yeah.
Matt Tabak, can
Yes.
I ask you a rules question?
Absolutely.
So there was a Goldforge Sentinel that was swapped
There was a gold forge sentinel that was swapped.
Yeah, and you know, an exchange of control had taken place. Then it was stolen back with Dragonlord Silumgar.
Right.
What happens if Dragonlord Silumgar goes away?
So Dragonlord Silumgar goes away, the control changing effect is going to wear off. And the whatever control changing effect originally swapped it is still there.
It is still there.
Right, so that's going to take precedence.
So as far as the game's concerned, that's Turian's Gold Forge Sentinel that's being borrowed at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, each permanent has its initial controller, and then you kind of layer on those control changing effects. So if one goes away, that doesn't affect the others.
Okay, so getting that Dragonlord Silumgar off the battlefield is absolutely critical now for Turian, and he has 3.5 minutes to do it.
Well, it might not even come to that.
He's at 19. He's okay. He's got a Villainous Wealth. He's got hope, BDM.
He doesn't have quite enough mana for his Villainous Wealth. Even with the Traveler's Amulet, he's going to be looking at a Villainous Wealth for 4. He needs to draw a couple lands here. Finds his own amulet.
I mean, it's enough to hit a downfall or something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if we I don't think we're gonna get there on that.
Is that what he's going to have to do here?
Yeah.
Is he just digging for He is. He's digging for Hero's Downfall.
It's such a huge swing if he hits it. It puts the pressure right back on the dock. And it looks like he's going to be patient.
I don't know if he's going to be patient. It was the same. It's the same 6 mana.
Oh, he's just efficient is more like it. Okay. Here we go. Spin the wheel for Mike Turian. Can he hit a Hero's Downfall?
Hit a Hero's Downfall.
Oof. And a master.
Yeah.
He did! Mike Turian, everybody! He also hit a Master of the Feast to put out a huge target. Gabe's laughing, and so is Mike. Did it! And as Tayback described, back goes the Sentinel with the Avarice Amulet on it still.
The delay.
And takes some damage. This is huge.
Good job, Mike Turian.
Thank you. That was pretty.
Doc
lucky.
has a guild in his hand, which he can use to take out the Sentinel, but then he just dies. So what's going to happen is Doc's going to have to take out the Sentinel and then draw an instant speed removal spell off the Master of the Feast.
It looks like he's playing he's going to go with the Avaricious Dragon.
You know, that does block the Gold Forge Sentinel.
Right.
It's risky, but it does do it.
What is it?
He's going to
I guess he takes the Master out here then? That has him going to 2 with a trade and needing a top deck.
He is yep.
Oh, I like.
He is gilding
This
the
is
Master
not a
of
good
the
spot.
Feast.
Amulet's just going to go away anyway
Well, I think we just do that.
to the dragon.
Or we could have it.
I was going to draw 2 cards from it anyway.
Yeah.
Mike.
Now, Mike, if Mike finds a removal spell off the top to kill the dragon, then the game's just over.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, moving around.
And it looks like Doc used up
Goodbye, your hand.
his gold coins to equip his Avarice Amulet. Sultai Charm off the top. Destroy target monocolored creature. Mike Turian with the Savage top deck.
Gets the Avarice Amulet as well, so he gets to finish off in style
in
here.
full style points with 2 minutes on the clock.
Wow.
Mike Turian wins the match. Look at him. Wow.
Look at Gabriel.
What a luck sack.
Gabriel, that was a good game. I lost, but that was a legitimate good game.
I wouldn't say that. I would look at Turian and say, huh, really?